We're now live from Sacramento in California as we do another go-around of the series that brought the ChaoEmperor mastermind himself. It's Chao Racing 2019, and here's your favorite host for the most, Brandon Shannings! Thank you and hello Sacramento! We're ready for another exciting edition of Chao Racing. I hope you're ready as well. And hello dear fans home as we get ready for week 11's action here on Chao Racing 2019. It's a gorgeous day here in Sacramento, California. The first four superstars are at the starting getting all ready to go. So Paul, let's hear about this first race. And here we go with week 11 here in Sacramento. Starting off with Glenn Mowing, battling with the honorary policeman Rusty Williamson, Michael Clayton, and Owen Cheston. Let's send them down to the Emerald Course because that's what we always race with each and every contest here on Chao Racing 2019. And we wish the first four superstars best of luck this week here in Sacramento. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, let's see who's going to be the first to jot down their W this week. It should be an exciting week for the fans in Sacramento, California, as spring continues to bloom here in the spring fever. And right now the four superstars are at the fall trees, and they're bringing down the queue to bring down that coconut shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And Owen Cheston's going to have command on the lead, and right now number 1 is the rest. Owen Cheston making his way towards the bridges. Number 2 and Glenboy not too far behind, battling for second place. As number 1 will get the first speed bus for the week's action. And right now number 7 and 8 are battling with D-Life. Michael Clayton seems like he's also left behind. He is heading for the wall trying to maintain some ground. And Glenn Murray over at the bridges while speed bus number 2. Rusty and Michael quickly making it to the other side on the water along with one of the Stewart Chow, number 2 to be exact. And it looks like number 2 is for the rest. And so is Rusty Williamson. That means Michael Clayton will move up a couple places as Michael takes the next command as Beavers trying to hold on Glenn Murray for second place. Owen Cheston sitting in the lead, heading into the top of the hill into the sapphire portion of the of course. And who got the next command as Beavers? It's going to be number 1. That makes his second Beavers of the race as we pass the 1 minute mark in his race. 4 and number 7, 4 and number 8 are still battling for D-Life, and number 1 is possibly number 1 joining those 2 chaps with D-Life. Let's find out who will get the next command spears, and that next spears will be made by our policeman, Rusty Williamson, as number 2 passes for 1. Right now it is Owen Cheston, who has a commanding lead over Michael Clayton as he approaches the wall, trying to defend a huge lead as he heads for the wall, and number 1 will get another turn. That makes his first speed bus in the race. And right now, number 7 and number 8 are battling for D-Life still, and Michael Clayton is going to rest. Number 7 and 8 trying their best to stay alive in the game. Which one is going to get to home to stay alive in the game? It's going to be number 7 who gets it, and number 8 toss from 1. So now number 7 will be number 8 in the dust. And Owen Cheston back up at the top of the wall is going to rest. That means Glenn Murray will have to privilege to battle with Owen Cheston up in the front. Will Glenn Murray make the pass from Owen Cheston? We'll find out soon enough. Back to number 7. And right now, he's making his way towards the other category. And right now, number 8 is Glenn. So he'll be left behind in the competition for a while. And now Glenn Murray with his second speed bus race. And he is making the pass from Owen Cheston at the home stretch. Owen Cheston trying his best to make the pass to find a hole to get back the lead from Glenn Murray after he made the pass. And here comes Michael Clayton with one last effort to stay alive, but it looks like Glenn Murray's going to hold up the competition up in the front. And there you have it. Glenn Murray is the first winner of week 11 here in Sacramento, California. That was an exciting down to the wire finish, right? I knew that Glenn Murray would make the pass after only had the lead for much of the race. It is Glenn Murray who got the job done. And we'll send a second race and these messages, so stay tuned for more. Now for race number 2 of week 11. It will feature the 2018 World Champion Donald Lennings battling with Christopher Knuckles, the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller, and Buster the Jabo. Donald Lennings going for his 10th win, trying to become the first superstar to reach double digits this season. And this will feature the Golden Child for this race, because he was the only superstar to have at least 1,900 or more points in all 4 of his main abilities. So let's see how he will fail this week. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, the fans of Donald Reddings are giving the thumbs up, trying to lift Donald Reddings to a 10th win in his 11 races so far this week, heading into this week's races. Right now, he and the other 3 Chao are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut cheap fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Donald Reddings is dancing to the beat. And there goes Chris Finagos and Buster the Gyro. These 2 will be battling for the lead up in the front, all number 8 and number 7 of the Golden Chao. And it looks like Buster the Gyro transform mode, and Chris Finagos is heading for the water. As the Steel Curtain Era Miller wins the opening toss. Buster the Gyro will join Chris Finagos over at the water. And right now, number 1 trying his best to stay alive in the game. He's also heading for the water in the Cowboy. As number 2, Last Beavis, number 2 in this race, passing number 7 who is sleeping in the Cowboy. And there he goes, flying over the aisles. And guess who took a shortcut? Guess who's going for his 10th win and becoming the first superstar to reach double digits this season? It's Donald Reddings, the 2018 World Champion. As the next Beavis will be made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And there are Miller Parsons for one. Donald Reddings going for his 10th win of the season, and Buster the Gyro is sleeping. That means number 2 will have coming out of the lead. Chris Finagos will move up to 3rd place at the Cowboy. Now Buster the Gyro has a lot of catching up to do in the only one, as he will have the next command spears, try to get back in this one. And right now, the Steel Curtain Era Miller is vesting. That means he'll drop down to last place over the competition all the way in the back. Oh, and down goes number 7, almost falling off course. That's going to cost him damage. Both he and the Steel Curtain Era Miller really need help to get back in this one. Which one is going to get that chance? It's number 7. He gets the help. That means pulling the Era Miller and dust all the way in the back. Back in front, Donald Reddings has his 10th win all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to become the first superstar to reach double digits for the 65th anniversary season of Chao Racing. Next Spears belongs to number 2. That makes his 2nd Speedbus in the race. He can't forget about going to rest. Donald Reddings is approaching the finish line, and he is going to get a thumbs up to his fans for another week. Donald Reddings secures the victory as the next Speedbus will be made by Buster Jones. That makes his 2nd Speedbus in the race. Donald Reddings is the first superstar to reach double-digit wins at 10-1 this week. Good job by Donald Reddings so far this season. And take a look at the other Chao as they make their way towards the finish line. As number 2 will get a first Speedbus. That was good domination by number 2 over the Golden Chao to come one. And right now the Steel Curtain Era Miller is battling with number 1 for D-Line all the way back. Well, he's going to get the next command Speedbus, but I don't think he'll make the pass. That makes his 2nd Speedbus to the race, but he will have to settle for last place behind number 1. Alright, so Donald Reddings now has 10 wins in his 11 races. That's right, and we'll present another exciting race after these messages, so stay with us. Alright, moving right along to race number 3. And it will feature for race number 3, the son of the License to Drive, Alan Jr., the Gunner Star Master, Garrett Dayton, Corey Sanchester, and Owen Warriors of the Warriors Brothers. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And please start the race. And number 1 is good rest. And so is number 8. So these 2 Silver Chao will be left behind in the crowd for a while. The 4 Chao are going to make their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And it looks like Corey Sanchester is good rest by the way it looks like. Yep. So he will be left behind as well. The other 3 Chao are going to eat the fruit, and Owen Warriors is going to rest. The other 2 Chao are dancing to the beat. That means number 2 and number 7 will be battling for the lead up in the front. And right now, the other 2 Chao are also dancing to the beat, and Garrett Dayton is going to rest. That means Ali and Jay will have full control of the next back standing with 3rd place. 1 second place, as a matter of fact, as the first superstar to get Speedbus is number 1, who is battling with Garrett Dayton and Owen Warriors up in the back. And right now, Alpine Jr. is making his way towards the water, making it to the other side of the water, as Speedbus number 2 in this race will be made by number 8, who is battling with number 7, number 2 for dear life. And Real Good took a shortcut after giving the Silver Chao the upper hand. It's Owen Warriors of the Warriors Brothers, and I do believe Garrett Dayton might have took a shortcut as well. I'm not for sure. But anyway, who will get the next command speeders? We're about to find it right now. It's number 1 who will get the next command speeders. That makes his second speed bust in the race. And by now, number 7 is getting left behind as we pass the 1 minute mark. And number 1 pauses for my work. Yep. So he will join number 7 for dear life. Numbers 1 and number 7 are getting left behind from the other 2 Silver Chao. All the way back. And number 1 will get back-to-back speeders, making his best speed bust in the race. Now leaving number 7 in us. Yep. Garrett Dayton has took a shortcut. I think Corey Sanchez did as well. But anyway, they're both catching up to Owen Warriors, so the Warriors Brothers. They're making their way towards the top of the wall. Out here, Jr. not too far behind in 4th place. We'll soon know who will prevail in the only one. Next speeders belongs to number 2, who is battling with number 8 for the lead with the 4th Silver Chao. And right now, number 7 is still way behind in the competition. And down he goes for the count. Looks like he is suspended to hit the wall before he gets the next command speeders. So the next speeders we may find up in the front, it's Corey Sanchez who got the next command speeders. Owen Warriors at the home stretch still having the lead. And it looks like Corey Sanchez is going to fall short on making a pass. Owen Warriors is going to get his 8th win of his 11 races so far this season. As I'm here to take the next speeders, time went up for Owen Warriors and the Warriors Brothers. He made Eddie proud this week. And right now, number 7 is Lewis. So he will drop down back to last place over the 8th Chao right now. As number 1 will get a 4th speed bus on his face, trying to catch up to number 8 for 6th place. Corey Sanchez will come in 2nd, and Garrett Dayton will come in 3rd place. Now, be followed by Alvin Jr. in 4th. So Owen Warriors is now at 8-3 thanks to his incredible victory. That's fine. I knew he would gain the upper hand. Coming up, we'll have Raymond Hill going for double-digit victories. But first, let's hear a word from this. Alright folks, we're just building up the excitement for Sacramento here in week 11. And now the defending champion is making his way towards the starting gate. Is that correct? That is correct, Brandon. Raymond Hill, our defending champion for race number 4. He'll be taking on Dave Miller, the Miller Trainers, the Computer Wizard Peter Foles, and Charlie Flayton. Raymond has won 9 of his 10 races heading into this week's race. So a win today will make him in double digits and will join Dawn Reddings at 10-1. Good luck to these 4 superstars, and let's rock this place! Alright, and number 8 is going to rest again. So he'll be right behind the competition for the 2nd straight time in this race. And number 2 is going to rest, so he will join number 8 for D-Life. Right now in the 4th Chao, I'm going to make their way towards the palm trees. That's the cue to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. I do believe Raymond Hill is off to a very good start every now and then. He is eating the food, and now he is making his way towards the bridges. That's going to be followed by Peter Foles in 2nd place at the category. And where will Raymond Hill be heading next? It looks like Raymond's going to be heading for the water along with Peter Foles. As the first superstar to get speed bus is Dave Miller of the Miller Trainers, now battling with Charlie Flayton over at the bridges. And right now, number 8 is all alone in last place, fighting for D-Life all by himself. And he so he has to deal with the bridges. Looks like Charlie Flayton ultimately needs help. He went to rest, so now he'll drop down a couple places. As Dave Miller, fighting to get wins this season, opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. Right now, Raymond Hill is currently defending the lead over Peter Foles as they make their way towards the sapphire portion of the yellow course. As we head back into Dave Miller. That's 3 in a row for Dave Miller and the Miller Trainers. And we have passed the 1 minute mark of this race. Number 8 is getting left behind still. And number 7 pauses for 1. So now Charlie Flayton wanted to push about with number 8 for 6th place. That means number 7 needs a couple of speed busts to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. Meanwhile, Raymond Hill back up in front, currently in the commanding lead over Peter Foles heading into the wall. He is quickly making his wall, trying to get his 10th win of the season. And another speed bus by Dave Miller, making his 4th speed bus of the race. But I highly doubt he'll get any wins for the entire season. Point number 7, meanwhile, is still fighting for D-Line. And number 8 pauses for 1. So he will once again join number 7 and Charlie Flayton for the line. I do believe one of them should get next to Matthews, and it will be Charlie Flayton who will get that chance. Back in front, Peter Falls is going to rest. So Raymond Hill will have full control of the lead as he makes his way towards the home stretch. Next appearance belongs to number 2, who dominates over the 4th Chao easily in second place. And right now, Raymond Hill is making his way towards home stretch with no points to worry about, heading into the goal line. As Charlie Flayton will get the next Matthews, but this race is all about Raymond Hill as he makes his way towards the goal line. And there you have it, Raymond Hill drops his 10th win of the season. A dominating fail over Peter Falls, battling with number 2. Number 2 will come in second place. As the next appearance will be made by Dave Miller. That made it to the speed bus race, but will have to settle for another loss at 0-11. And take a look at numbers 1, 7, and 8, all battling for a DI behind Charlie Flayton. I don't think we're time for one more 3 years. Yep, this race is over. Alright, so Raymond Hill is at 10-1. That's why he enjoys Donald winnings for the best record so far this season. And we'll have another exciting race after this, so stay tuned for more exciting action here on Chao Racing. So, with 4 races down, it's time for Paul to announce race number 5. I sure will, and it will feature Joshua Salmore, Rusty Jackson from the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, Raymond Shante from the Lucky Irish, and Eddie Williams on the Warriors Brothers. Eddie made Owen happy when Owen won his race. Now let's see if Eddie will return his favor in winning this race. Let's look at the line for his next race. Let's see if Eddie can follow up from Owen's impressive victory. Good luck to these next 4 superstars on impressive victory, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, there goes the next 4 superstars messing on the line. Number 1 taking his snooze right now. And the 4 superstars are making their way towards the Apollo race. And as we always say, anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. There are many models for many sports, but our model is the best one and most impressive one there is. Anything can happen, indeed. By now, man, Marshall is going to have full control of this match. The other 2 are dancing to the beat, and one of the others is quarterbacks. Raymond Shante now has the wish to defend a huge lead ahead in the competition. And who will get the only toss win this race? It's Eddie Williams in the Williams bus. He's going to be flying along with Rusty Jackson, and he is climbing up the wall and making his way towards the shortcut. He made a shortcut, folks. But guess who else has took a shortcut? It's Joshua Salmore. He is right on his tail behind Eddie Williams. As speed bus number 2 of this race will be made by Raymond Shante, who is trying to catch up with the others in hurry. Right now, number 2 is getting left behind on the competition all the way in the back of the pack. Number 8 seems like he also really needs help. But back to Raymond Shante. As we pass the 1 minute mark on this race, or approaching 1 minute mark, he currently sits in 3rd place behind the pack. Meanwhile, back up in very front, Eddie Williams is doing his best to defend the lead over Joshua Salmore. Which one of these 2 who took a shortcut will prevail at the home stretch? We'll find out soon enough. Next belongs to Rusty Jackson on the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, sitting in 4th place behind Raymond Shante on the Lucky Irish, and point number 2 is still way behind in the competition all the way in the back. Number 8 is also left behind. I think one of them should get a speed bus, and I mean right this instant. But that next speed bus will be made by Raymond Shante, making his first speed bus of the race. Eddie Williams still trying to defend the lead against Joshua Salmore, and Rusty Jackson will get another turn. That makes his second speed bus of the race. Goes sitting in 3rd place, and right now, it looks like Eddie Williams is doing his best to defend the lead over Joshua Salmore at the whole stretch. And this time, Rusty Jackson goes for consecutive as he waits up for a snap. Well, Eddie Williams is going to make Owen happy. Joshua Salmore won up enough distance to catch up to him in time. Eddie Williams beats out Joshua Salmore for the victory. So both Williams brothers are winners this week here in Sacramento. Joshua Salmore will have to settle for a second, but it was still dominating over the rest of the Chao. As Raymond Shante will get a 4th speed bus on his race. And right now, number 2, who is turning all the way back, can't just forget about this race, as this race comes to a close. Alright, so Eddie Williams has followed up from Owen's impressive victory. That's why he returned the spear to Owen, and they're showing happy. More exciting action after this announcement. now, let's see if Casey Richardson can get his double-digit win this season. That's right, Hal Miller will be taking on Ryan Christian, Casey Richardson, Caleb Richardson, and JJ Niemeyer. That's what we have for race number 6. Will Casey make it 10-1 this week? We're about to find out right now. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's rock this place! Alright, we know that Ryan Christian is one of the most powerful and strongest Chao of the Chao Racing universe for the 65th season of Chao Racing. Caleb Richardson, KC, trying his best to make his 10th win of the season in his 11 races so far. Right on the 4, Chao gonna cheat the policies to bring down an coconut shake food, and now they're going to eat food. And there goes Ryan Christian. He is going to be battling with number 2 for the lead up in the front. Casey is battling with JJ Niemeyer for 3rd place behind those two. And JJ Niemeyer will get the first few on his face. He and Ryan Christian are taking wins. Casey is heading for the water, and a couple Stupid Chao are good rest. That means Hal Miller will move up a couple places. He is heading for the water, trying to maintain some ground in the early one. As number 2, who wakes up for a snap, takes Beaver's number 2 in his race, currently leading over the 4 Stupid Chao over the bridges. Right now it is Casey Richardson who has a commanding lead over Ryan Christian as he makes his way towards the top of the hill. As the next BS we made by Howard Miller on the Miller Trainers. He's going to rest, and it looks like Ryan Christian is going to rest. So he'll drop down a couple places, and right now number 1 in the bag is positive 1 point. So he will drop down to last place. We have passed the 1 minute mark in space, and who will get the next command SPS? We're about to find out right now. It's number 2 who will get the next command SPS. That makes his second speed boost to the base. Casey currently dominating over JJ Niemeyer, and down goes Ryan Christian. Now it's going to cause a serious damage. They'll both try their best to catch up with the Anderson Heli, and next, number 7 will get a speed boost. Trying desperately to get back in this one. Casey is the first to approach the wall, but Ryan Christian should be on his way towards the wall real quickly when he touches the wall. Yep, as JJ Niemeyer takes his second speed boost, there goes Ryan Christian quickly making up the top of the wall, and he makes a pass from Casey Richardson up in the front. And look at that, Casey Richardson is correct. That means Ryan Christian will have command on the lead, but here comes Casey Richardson when the next command is trying to stay alive in the game. And right now the 4 Stupid Chao obviously climbing up the wall. Who will prevail at the home stretch? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS belongs to number 2. That makes his best because the base. And all close but no cigar for Casey Richardson. Ryan Christian's going to make the save over Casey Richardson at the home stretch. As number 8 tries desperately to catch out with the next command SPS, Casey Richardson will not be able to find a hole to make the pass from Ryan Christian. Ryan Christian holds on Casey Richardson with his incredible power and strength. Don't worry, there's always next week for Casey Richardson. As number 8 gets back to back because he leaves numbers 1 and 7 in the dust. Numbers 1 and 7 have no hope for surviving whatsoever. So, Ryan Christian beats out Casey Richardson. That's right, congratulations to Ryan Christian on a job well done. We'll be right back with the second half of Week 11's action after we present a word from the next. Alright, Paul, now for the second half of Week 11's races. That's right, and to start things off, we have the 2017 White Stars champion, Shane Flanagan, battling with Andrew Wilson, Eric Crosby, and Thomas Linklater. Good job by Shane and Andrew for winning last week's tag team races. Let's see how they will fare in this week's race. Let's look at the lineup, and here we go. Back to the Emerald course like we always do. And it's best luck to these 4 superstars. Here we go. Let's have a Chao race! And Shane Flanagan is quarterback. That means Andrew Wilson, Eric Crosby, and Thomas Linklater will have the opening edge. We'll find out which one will pay off for that in the only one. Right now, these 3 Chao, along with the other Chao, are going to shake the palm trees, and that's the cue to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit, and Eric Crosby is going to have command of the lead, followed by Thomas Linklater in second place. And right now it looks like Eric Crosby decides to go to Bridges. Thomas Leaquan is going to be heading for the water, so he will get a little bit of ground anyway. As the first superstar to get spears to start the second half of week 11 is number 2, who is way behind in the competition all the way in the back. Right now Shane Cunningham trying to get back in this one after forcing him to take a nap at the start of the race. He's heading for the water cut more, all over number 1. And right now he is battling with Eric Crosby for second place at the back. As a shout out, Eric Crosby takes BS number 2. And right now number 2 is still way behind in the competition. Looks like number 8 seems like he's getting left behind too. Right now these two superstars are fighting for the life. And who will get the next command BS as we approach the 1 minute mark? It's number 7, not 2. And number 1 pauses for more, trying to get some attention here. Right now it is Thomas Leaquan who is defending the lead over Shane Cunningham, who won the White Stars tournament back in 2017. Eric Crosby also catching up to him in hurry. As number 8, while the next Cavasmios catching up to number 1 for 6th place. Poor number 2 is still fighting for D-Life all the way in the back and back. He's still left behind in the competition, folks. I think he's going to get some speed bumps, and I mean right now. But back to number 8. Now he's catching up to number 7, and he'll have to push the battle for the lead over the 4th of Chao. Meanwhile, Thomas Leaquan is rapidly approaching the top of the wall. And number 2 finally gets to number 2. That makes his second speed bump of the race. And right now, Eric Crosby is battling with Thomas Leaquan and Shane Cunningham as these three head into the home stretch. And Eric Crosby is last. So it's going to be Thomas Leaquan versus Shane Cunningham up in the front. Who is going to prevail? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS belongs to Eric Crosby, who is trying to catch him in a hurry. Looks like Thomas Leaquan is going to celebrate a victory. Shane Cunningham won't have enough distance to catch up to him in time. Thomas Leaquan is our winner, and this time Eric Crosby goes for second. Thomas Leaquan secures his 5th win of his 2019 season with authority. Great job. And number 2 can just forget about this race in the back. And we have just enough time for one more speed buzz on this race, and we may buy, and it will come in 4th place. So, Thomas Leaquan wins a bomb battle over Shane Cunningham and Eric Crosby. That's right, and we'll start another exciting race, and we find out a word from this sponsor. Okay, Paul. Shall we separate up race number 8 for our fans out there? Yes, we will be, Brandon. For race number 8, we have Vince Dayson, Zach Arson, Danny Frazier, and RJ Upton, or OJ Upton for short. These 4 players are the Stargate Frazier ones that made for the sound, and they're off. So who will be the fortunate one to win? Who is going to be moving one step closer towards a shot at coming back next season, or definitely having a playoff spot at the end of the season? There's only one way to find out, as the fans at Sacramento are cheering on in a standing ovation. And let's find out which superstars will have to push and battle for the lead up in the front. It looks like Vince Dayson and OJ Upton will have to push and battle for the lead up in the front. Zach Arson and Danny Frazier are dancing back in the boundaries. And who will get the first speed buzz on this race? It's number 8, who is battling with Vince Dayson and OJ Upton over the bridges. And Danny Frazier is fighting for D-Life all the way in the back of the pack. He is going to be flying towards the water. That will get a little bit of ground in the one. As speed buzz number 2 in this race will be made by OJ Upton. His full name is OJ Upton, and OJ is his initials. And right now, number 2 is going to rest, so he will drop down a couple places. Danny Frazier moves up to 2nd place over the 8 Chao right now. As Vince Dayson, while the next SPS, that's a good speed right now, fighting to stay alive in the rankings. Right now, Zach Arson is battling with number 1 for D-Life all the way back. We have passed the 1 minute mark in this race. Making way towards the top hill, heading into the Sapphire Potion Aim, of course. and this nation is pausing for more as the next BS we made by number 1, with least the yellow competitors in the dust. By now it is OG Upton who has a lead over Danny Frazier, trying his best to maintain the ground in the only one. And who got the next one? It's number 8. That makes his second speed buzz in the race. Poor Zach Orson is getting jealous. He's getting left behind in the competition in last place. He's going to need a couple speed buzzes, and this is one of them. Fine is staying alive in the game, and down goes Spin Station and one of the silver challenge for the count. Meanwhile, OG Upton is making his way towards the top of the hill, heading into the waterfall, and he is going to rest, folks. That means Danny Frazier will command on the lead, and guess what? He is going to have the next command on the speed bus. Now he has to push to defend the lead over OG Upton. And right now number 7 is going to rest on the way in the back, as he will have the next command speed bus, trying to get back in this one for sure. Number 1 is going to rest, so he will join number 7 for the life. We're at the home stretch now, folks, and Danny Frazier doing his best to win this one over his opponents. I think he is going to put a smile on his fans this week. As OG Upton takes the next BS, you get going one up for Danny Frazier. He now has 4 wins with that authority. And number 7 has no hope for surviving whatsoever as the race comes to a close. Well done, Danny Frazier. You deserve to win this week. That's right, but let's see how the rest of the season will fare for Danny Frazier. Coming up, we got more Sonic action for you, but first have a look at this. Alright, still to come for week 11, Trevor Harper will try to repeat his honors as the superstar of the week in the main event. But first, let's hear about race number 9. Okay, race number 9 will feature Alan's Fabulous Warrior, Steve Wingman, Luke Green, who is one half of our defending tag team champions, along with last year's runner-up Joe Rafferty in the World Championship format, and Connor John Howard. Let's take some time to log the screen, and we can see the playoffs lineup and ready to go. So without further ado, let's have a showers! Alright, the next 4 superstars are off and running. Bursting down for the rainbow path, and number 2 is Guerres. So he will be left behind in the crowd for the moment. Right now, the 4 superstars are at the palm trees, shaking down the trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like it's going to be Luke Green and Joe Rafferty who are going to be battling up in the front. Yeah, Connor and Steve are both dancing to the beat. So it's Luke Green versus Joe Rafferty up in the front. And it looks like Luke Green's heading for the water, and Joe Rafferty is going to rest. But he's better to join Luke Green momentarily, as the first superstar to get speed first is number 2, and number 1 is Guerres. So he will drop down a couple places. Right now, Steve Wingman trying his best to get back in this one after being left behind in the competition for a while. He is swimming with Joe Rafferty up in front. And who will get Steve as number 2 in this race? We're about to find out right now. It is going to be, oh, and down goes Connor John Howard! He fell in the water! Anyway, who got Steve as number 2? It's number 1. Poor Connor John Howard fell over the bridges. That's going to cost him a major boo-boo for Connor John Howard. That was a risky gamble and it paid the price. Anyway, who got next command for us? It's number 8, that's who. I can't believe Connor fell in the water and he hurt himself. Anyway, try to hurt himself. Anyway, we have passed the 1 minute mark in this phase. I feel bad for Connor, and those fans played there too. But right now, let's find out who will get next command for us. And that next command will be made by Joe Rafferty. He is catching up to our leader, Luke Green. Connor John Howard trying to catch up after falling over at the bridges. Luke Green trying his best to defend the lead over Joe Rafferty. Will he defend the lead? We'll find out soon enough. Next BS belongs to number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Steve Wingman is clearly in a tight hole between numbers 1, 2, and 7, who are all battling for D-Life all the way in the back. And Steve Wingman pauses for one. So he will be left behind in the competition in last place. And who will get the honors for the next speed bus? It's our leader, Joe Rafferty, who just made a pass from Luke Green. So now he will have to push to defend the lead over Luke Green and Connor John Wood, who just took a major fall in the early one. I do believe Joe Halfway is going to get the job done this week. No doubt about it for his fans. He's going to get his 4th win of the season. As number 2 takes the next Beavers trying to stay alive, Connor and Luke won't have enough distance to catch up to Joe Halfway in time. Joe Halfway is our winner, so now he has 4 wins up on his sleeve. Luke Green will come in 6th place, and Connor John, with that unfortunate fall, will have to settle for 3rd place. But as always, next time, I think he'll do better next time. Anyway, Steve Langman will have the next class BS, and that is going to do it. So, Connor John took a fall, but it's Joe Halfway who paid off to get right. I'm glad that Joe Halfway won, but let's hope he gets better well soon for Connor. Back in a bit, do not go away! That was a tough fall by Connor John Owen. He'll have to take some time to get himself recovered. Anyway, let's move on to race number 10. I got it. But anyway, the next race will feature the next Jerry superstar Antonio Bennett, Alex Markinson, Jimmy Wales, and Larry Monroe. Who is going to be a winner in today's races? We're about to find out right now. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. Alright, so while they wish Connor John Howard best of luck on recovering, these 4 superstars are going to have the privilege of battle to see who will earn a W on the scorecard this week. And right now, Antonio Bennett is progressing along with a couple of silly Chao. The other 3 Chao are shaking parties to bring down that Korean chick fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Jimmy Mills and Larry Monroe are going to be battling for the lead up in the front. And where will be Chao heading? Larry Monroe is going to be flying around the water as Alex Markinson, desperate to catch up with the others in a hurry, with ceiling toss for his face. And right now, number 7 is getting left behind the competition, and number 8 is Quebec. As Antonio Bennett heads for the water, and he will be joined by number 8. Number 7 toss for one as he decided to stick with this. And who will get speed race number 2? It's number 2, battling with number 1 over the bridges, and number 1 toss point. And right now, Larry Monroe has a commanding lead over Jimmy Wales, making his way towards the flag poles on the top of the hill. That will be no segment to move on to the sapphire portion of the course. As the next PS will be made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, and number 8 passes for 1, or number 2 passes for 1. Right now, Jimmy Wales better hurry up. He doesn't want to settle for a loss. We have passed 1 minute mark, soon to be 1:10, and right now Jimmy Wales trying his best to catch up to Larry Monroe. We'll soon know if he'll have enough distance to make the pass from Larry Monroe, as we head back into number 7, and that was enough to take the lead over the 4th Chao, thanks to back-to-back PS. And guess who's getting left behind the last place now? It's number 2, that's who, and down goes number 8, almost running off course. Number 2 really needs the speed bus, and I mean now, if he wants to get back in this one, but it's Alex Markinson who have the next command PS. That makes his 2nd speed bus on the race. Right now, Larry Monroe trying to defend the lead over Antonio Bennett and Jimmy Wales. He has made it to the top of the wall. Now he is rushing past the waterfall, trying to defend a huge lead ahead of the competition, heading into the home stretch. And here comes Antonio Bennett with the next command PS as Larry Monroe is going to rest, and now Antonio is sweeping. That means Jimmy Wales will have to push the battle with these 2 Chao up in the front. Jimmy is catching up a little bit now, and now they are making their way towards the home stretch on the Gamecube. As the next Jerry superstar Antonio Bennett gets back-to-back spears, but he was confused flying with that void. And Jimmy Wales has got back the lead from Larry Monroe. He'll have to push to defend the lead over Larry and Antonio for the 2nd time in this race. As number 2 takes the next spears, looks like Jimmy Wales is going to get the job done this week over Larry. Jimmy Wales holds on Larry Monroe and Antonio Bennett to win this one. He now jumps up to the 500 mark with authority. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus on this race, and it will be made by Alex Markinson, making his 1st speed bus on the race. Alright, so after a back and forth affair, it is Jimmy Wales who won battle over Larry Monroe. That's right, what will happen in the next race? We'll soon know after these messages. Do not go away. Okay, Paul, there's 2 more races left on our schedule for week 11 here in Sacramento, California. That's right. The first of those remaining races will feature Ricky Nelson, who is one half of the Go-Getters 2.0 squad. He'll be taking on Norman Finer, Ralph Dennis, and Marvin Sanderson. The players on lineup are ready to go, so good luck to these 4 superstars, and please start the race! Okay, so as we await the main event for our fans in Sacramento, let's find out the fates for these 4 superstars in this race. These 4 superstars are going to make their way towards the boundaries, and I do believe Marvin Sanderson will score us. That means, yep, Ricky Nelson, Norman Finer, and Ralph Dennis will have the opening edge. Right now, these 3 superstars are going to eat the fruit, and it looks like they're all dancing to the beat, trying to get some attention, you know? And here comes Ricky Nelson. He is going to have command of the lead along with Norman Finer. As Norman Finer is right behind him when he talks about his face, he is going to be heading for water. And right now, number 8 is Perez, so he is better to drop down to last place over the 8 Chao right now. Looks like Marvin Sanderson also really needs some help. He's also left behind in the competition. And number 8 is heading for the water. As number 7, West Beaver's number 2 in this race. Right now it is Ricky Nelson, who is trying his best to keep the lead over Norman Finer and Ralph Dennis. Norman Finer won the World Championship back in 2010. He was the first World Champion of the 2010 decade. And who will get the next command, viewers? It's number 8, that's who, trying to lead Marvin Sanderson. It does. Wow, as we pass the 1 minute mark, Marvin Sanderson doesn't want to be left behind for number 7 and number 8 in a hurry. He is trying his best to stay alive in the game all the way back. And number 2 pauses for one. As Marvin Sanderson takes the next command PS. Meanwhile, Ricky Nelson is doing his best to defend the lead still. He is the first to approach the wall. But I think Norman Finer and Ralph Dennis are both rapidly catching up to him in a hurry. Who is going to prevail? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 8. That makes his second speed boost of the race. And guess who's getting left behind in the competition? It's number 2 as he approaches the wall. He's going to need a couple of speed busts to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. And right now, Ricky Nelson and Ralph Dennis are going to rest. That means Norman Finer will have command the lead. Now he had the privilege to battle with for the lead at the home stretch. Ricky and Ralph trying his best to stay alive in the game. And here comes Ralph Dennis when the next command beyond as a reach ahead for the water. It looks like Ricky Nelson is going to make the pass from Norman Finer to get back the lead. So now Ricky Nelson will have the privilege to defend the lead for a second time over Norman Finer and Ralph Dennis. I do believe he's going to hold on for the win this time, yeah? As number 1 takes next years, you can probably win up for Ricky Nelson. He beats on Norman Finer and Ralph Dennis. He now jumps above the 500 mark at 6-5 this week. Norman Finer came in second and Ralph Dennis will come in third place. As the last speed bonus on this race heading into this week's main event for week 11 will be made by number 2. And right now, Ricky Nelson can celebrate. That's right, he's back above the 500 mark. Good solid season so far for Ricky Nelson. And we'll also know who will win this week's main event right after beating set of 1 from this. Now the time has come, Sacramento, to present the big race you've been waiting for all week long. It's week 11's main event here in Sacramento. That's right, Brandon. And this week, our returning champion Trevor Hoffa will be battling with Chris Schneider of the Classic Go-Getters, FN Kingsley, the Harlem Shake Master, and the great Louis Charleston. This week's main event is presented by Walmart, where you save money and live better on buying groceries, clothing, and all other fine products with every visit to your local Walmart store. So it's best of luck to the 4 main event participants this week. Everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, so Trevor Hoffa did a very good job winning last week's main event for week 9 in individual play. Let's see if he can do it again this week. Right now, these 4 superstars are shaking the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the food. And it looks like Chris Schneider is going to have the command of the league up in the front. And he is leaving the yellow competitors in the dust for more. And as he heads for the water, the first superstar to get spears on next week's main event is Andre Master Evan Kingsley. Trying his best to stay alive in the game or on the bushes. And right now, number 2 is getting left behind after dancing in the beat. He's getting all lower in last place behind the pack. He decided to stick with the bushes. As the superstar who will get speed bus number 2 of week 11's main event is going to be none than Evan Kingsley. He opens this one up with back-to-back spears. And guess who took a shortcut? It's Trevor Hoffa, trying his best to repeat as superstar in a week for week 11. He done it in the first main event, and he told me to do it again this week. As the next spear is made by number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. He is going battling with number 7 for 6th place. Right now, though, as we pass the 1 minute mark, it's number 2 who really needs help. But it's number 1 who dominates over the force of a Chao, where it takes the next command spears. Right now, Trevor Hoffa has that commanding lead over Chris Schneider battling with Lewis Charleston for 2nd place. And right now, he is climbing on the wall as number 2 finally gets the help with the next command spears. That was an awesome spears right there, but I do believe he's going to need a lot more help than that if he wants to stuck him to his game. And down goes Lewis Charleston for the count. That's going to cause serious damage. Chris Schneider and the other 2 superstars trying their best to stay alive in the game. And number 7 will have the next command spears, battling with number 2 for D-Life over number 2. And right now, Trevor Hoffa is making his way towards the home stretch, trying to wrap things up for week 11's main event here in Sacramento in California. And who will get the next one? It is going to be number 1. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. And you can't forget about going to rest. Trevor Hoffa is going to repeat as superstar of the week for the 2nd straight week. And there you have it. Trevor Hoffa wins week 11's main event. As number 7, we'll get the next command spears we get for us now. Trevor Hoffa will be coming back next week to try and make it 3 in a row. Wait, what? Number 2 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. As number 8 will close the spears for week 11's action here on Chao Racing 2019. Alright, so Trevor Hoffa now has 2 Superstar of the Week honors. That's right, only needs 1 more to complete the trilogy. Coming up, we'll wrap up our show here in Sacramento, but first have a look at this. Alright, Sacramento, thank you so much for attending our races here in week 11's action on Chao Racing. It's been a fun ride for you all, and we hope to see you again on our next program. Next week, we'll be counting down to the 4th vacation, where the ChaoEmperor will be visiting the Sunshine State in this annual trip, and we'll have more exciting Chao Racing action for all of our fans in the Chao Racing universe. Until then, this is Brad Shang signing off. Keep on smiling, continue to feel the heat for all your Chao Racing fans in the universe, and so long, everybody! This is Paul Sacramento, reminding you to be sure to check out all the excitement on next week's Chao Racing as we count down to the 2019 Foreign Trip Extravaganza for our beloved ChaoEmperor. See you then!